What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Blank Online here today to chat with you more about some Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We're chatting all things to do with Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season 3 here in this video. We're talking about all the new features, where it's coming out, how much it's going to take out of your storage and all that sort of stuff right now. So it's out for every single person who owns Modern Warfare, whether you have the full game, whether you just have Warzone. It's free. It's live, it's available for everybody, everywhere in the world. On PlayStation 4, it's 11.6 gigabytes. On Xbox One, it's 13.6 gigabytes. And on PC, it's 16 gigabytes. So it's not too big. It's not as big as I thought it was going to be. Not as big as the previous sort of battle passes that we've gotten in the past. So that's good. It's good that it wasn't like 60 gigabytes of it or whatever, which is very, very good there. In terms of what we get right now, so if you're new to this thing, if you've just come into Modern Warfare for Warzone, what happens with each individual season is that we get an initial launch, and then later on we get different content sprinkled out throughout the season, more I'd say past halfway for the season being over. So for the initial launch right now, obviously we have the new battle pass, and we have new operators, weapons, game modes, skins, maps, all that sort of stuff. So the three new maps we have, these are all 6v6 maps. So we have Tulsik Backlot, which is a reimagining, I guess, of the original Call of Duty 4 map Backlot. And to be honest with you guys, I'm not too excited about this map because I just see all the potential for safe spaces and doors and windows and all that sort of stuff. But I gotta play it, I gotta see what it's like. So that's come out. We have Hovek Sawmill, which we all thought was going to be a remake of Modern Warfare 3's Village, but it wasn't. It's a completely new map. It's completely different. It has nothing to do with Modern Warfare 3's Village, which is pretty upsetting, but we move on. And if you want to talk about upsetting, this is also very upsetting. We have Anya Incursion, which is just Anya Palace condensed into a smaller 6v6 map. So in terms of multiplayer maps, we're not looking too great. It's not fantastic right now. We'll move on though. The next thing we have that's an initial launch is a new Warzone game mode, which is quads, which is something that I've been screaming for and I've been super excited about coming to the game, and I want here, and it's finally here, it's out now. Quads is in the game, so I'm super stoked about that being in the game. The two new weapons we have this season is the SK5, which is like a silenced sniper rifle, or at least it was in previous games, so it's going to be interesting to see if it's like that here in Modern Warfare. And then we have the Renetti pistol, which is also a battle pass weapon. Once again, not the most, I guess, exciting weapons to have in a battle pass, but we'll move on. And the next thing, and the last thing that's brand new here, is the vehicle skins, which is interesting because I think if you guys were here back when Modern Warfare was just coming out and Infinity Ward was talking about making this the most realistic, dark, gritty, all that sort of stuff, and now we have vehicle skins in the game, which is okay. It's not that it hurts anyone, it's not that it adds value either, but okay, that's all cool. I forgot to say, the new operator is Alex, so he's the main man, he's the main operator for this season. First season was Mara, season 2 was Ghost, and then now season 3 is Alex. So Alex obviously is a character that was originally in the Modern Warfare campaign. If you haven't played that campaign, go play it. That's actually pretty good. So yeah, he's come back, he's here, he's the main man of season 3. We have a couple new operators as well, which are going to be coming out throughout season 3. And again, we'll talk about what's going on in terms of the roadmap and what's coming out after this initial launch. One of the main things that are coming out after this initial launch is Hardhat, which is a remaster of the original Modern Warfare 3 map, which is really, really cool. We have two new operators coming, which is Ronan and I forget what the other chick's name is. Ronan and Iskra, whatever. So them two operators are coming to the game as well as a new gunfight map, new weapons, new modes, new Warzone content, and all that sort of stuff to be announced at a later point. So that's Modern Warfare Season 3. That's all the content that we're getting for the launch week and then later on during the season. One of the main things that I'm really excited for here for Season 3 is quads and Hardhat. So quads is something, again, as I said, that I'm really excited about. I'm excited that they brought it here. I just find myself getting into situations where I need more, like where I need a quad, where I have groups of friends, where I need 4 players, not 3 players, and it kind of divides it there. So I'm excited that that's in the game. Quads actually replaced trios, so now it's solos and quads rather than solos and trios. So trios is not in the game anymore, which is interesting to see that Infinity Ward reverted back and took that out. I thought there were going to be a situation where you have solos, duos, trios, quads, and you have a wide variety, but apparently they kind of wanted to remove trios, which is fine, I guess. Really, the max player count is 152 now, and if you look at it, you only have about 38 squads like in total in a game of 152, and that's if you think that all the squads are going to be squads of 4, there could be squads of 3, of 2, or whatever. But that's a change there, and then Hardhat. So Hardhat is one of my favorite maps from Modern Warfare 3. Actually, Hardhat is one of those maps that I do look fondly upon when I think about Modern Warfare 3. So I'm super excited for that to be here in Modern Warfare, and it's going to be interesting to see how they safe space that map. There are a couple points in that map where I do see the potential for doors, but in all honesty, that map's pretty open. There's not a lot of room for doors and safe spaces and that sort of stuff, but I do believe that this Infinity Ward team can find a way to put them in some way. But it's very open. It's like a construction site, so there's a lot of open sort of scaffolds and that sort of stuff. So it's going to be interesting again to see how that map translates here into Modern Warfare and how it plays out. But overall, if we look at Season 3 as a whole and we compare it to the other 2 seasons, honestly, in my opinion, Season 3 is kind of a letdown. It's kind of like, yeah, cool, but then, yeah, it's alright. Like, if you look at Season 1 was the biggest content drop in Call of Duty history, followed up by Season 2, which was the return of Ghost, which was the introduction to Battle Royale and Warzone and that sort of stuff. So Seasons 1 and 2 were pretty massive, and then Season 3 is here, and yeah, you got Alex, and yeah, you have Quads, and yeah, you have Hardhat, but then you have Backlot, which I don't think a lot of people kind of wanted to come back, and then you have what was meant to be Village, but apparently isn't Village, and was sort of leaked as Village, so people got excited for Village to come back, and it's not Village. And then you have Anya Incursion, which is just Anya Palace condensed. So really, Infinity Ward didn't have to do a lot of work there. They just had to put barriers around the places they didn't want people to go in Anya Palace, and said, there you go, there's a new multiplayer map, which technically it's not a new multiplayer map, because if you've played Anya Palace, then you've pretty much played Anya Incursion as well. So I'm not too sure how that can kind of be, I guess, advertised as a new map, because it really isn't. And as well as that, the new weapons aren't really something to be excited for as well. The SK5 and the Reneti are 2 weapons that I don't really see myself, if I wasn't a Call of Duty YouTuber, buying the Battle Pass or playing Modern Warfare up until tier 31 to get. If you look at Season 1, you had pretty dope weapons. What did you have in Season 1? You had the Ram 7, which was cool, which is the MTAR, and then you had the G36 as well, which was a LMG that you could turn into the G36 in Season 1. Season 2, you had the UMP45, and then you had the Grau 5.56, which are dope weapons, and then in Season 3, you have a sniper rifle and pistol. It's kind of like, I don't know, this season, it's kind of a letdown, because if you look at it as a whole and you look at the roadmap and that sort of stuff, I see 2 things in that roadmap that I'm super duper excited for: Quads and Hardhat. Quads is just an extra player in Warzone, and Hardhat, again, is not there right now, it's coming later on. So in terms of for what I can play in the multiplayer right now, there's really nothing there for me. It's more stuff there for me in Warzone, which is, I don't know, I would say it's a letdown. I would say that I was kind of expecting more for Season 3, especially with the popularity of Warzone. I was expecting Infinity Ward to come out with a big bang and something that will entice those new Warzone players to buy into the Battle Pass and continue playing with Season 3. But I guess we're going to have to see how things develop over the season. Things can change, plans can change, they can bring out new things for Warzone, they can bring out new things for multiplayer and all that sort of stuff. So I guess the roadmap that we got, well, it will probably be the roadmap we get for the entire Season 3. They could change things and they could make things better, but I don't know, I guess I expected a lot more than what we got, and I guess what we got was not essentially what I was expecting. I was expecting a lot more, but just because of how good Warzone is doing right now and how popular Call of Duty is right now, I thought that Infinity Ward and Activision would look to capitalize on the amount of players playing by giving us something even better than what we got from Season 1 and 2. Because if you compare all 3 seasons, I would say Season 2 was the best, Season 1 was after that, and then we have Season 3. Even though we haven't played all the way through from Season 3, just in terms of content and what they're giving us and that sort of stuff, Season 3 just doesn't quite cut it. But I will still play it, I will still enjoy it, I will still rank up in the Battle Pass, I will reach tier 100 and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know what I'm complaining for. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment down below. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions on Modern Warfare Season 3. What do you think of the roadmap, the battle pass, everything like that? Leave that stuff down below. Click subscribe if you're new here so you don't miss out on my next video. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.
Pull up in the gold, I'm leading. But them other man need feeding. I don't wanna go Bombay. Them I don't know what I do when I go from Beeling. Leading the pack in black and I'm on with a bag. Snapping with a phone and dab. Boss up a man with a duster. Put him in the drip and sip blockbuster. Win, 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 that's the only ammo. Ring, 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 I reply with NO. Call me Leno, had it hot.